Ghost is dead. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. We're looking at the season 2 finale of Bar after the cliffhanger last episode when Kanan dropped his own son in cold blood. I couldn't quite believe it, guys, and we're going to dive straight into the aftermath. And the title of this episode being called Ghost is Dead. Well, I think serious questions have got to be asked. Is Ghost even going to survive this episode? Is Ghost going to make it through the season 2 finale? Probably not. But we do kick off the episode. We've got an unknown killer or potential killers going around killing everyone connected to the Lobos cartel. And at this point, they're throwing down cards. It looks like the work of another cartel. I can't remember their name exactly. At this point, though, Angela absolutely jobs Greg out. She has landed Greg in this and making it look like that Greg is like an alcoholic and obsessed with her. And she's completely and utterly manipulated the law to get him shafted. And I am not joking when I say this, man, but I want Angela to die. I fucking hate the bitch, man. I'm not really a big fan of Greg, but he's been done so dirty here and it's unbelievable. So yeah, things aren't looking good for him. Kanan's number 2 then shows up, says, I've disposed of Sean's body, and he's like, but what about when his mum asked? But he's like, and then he fucking snaps, and he's like, because I know nigga gotta tell her what happened to Sean. And what a stupid thing to ask. Obviously here, he's going to lose the fucking melon with him. Like, let's not try and kid ourselves here. Like, why wouldn't he lose the melon with him? Of course he would. But Ghost tells Tommy that Kanan doesn't trust him, and he also believes that it's going to be good night and that Kanan's going to be moving in off the streets. And he's, yeah, Tommy, man, he was learning it from you. That's why I wanted to know how it worked before he took over. And I just don't get, right, they're trying to build, not build, but they've established at this point that Tommy and Ghost, they have this relationship. How many times has Tommy double-crossed Ghost or Ghost double-crossed Tommy? Now, we can say, oh, they're not serious double-crosses. I would say getting in bed with Angela is a fucking serious double-cross, man. But every scene between these two will end in their own wee personal fucking handshake. No, I'm not a fan of this, man. I think it's actually quite garbage, their handshake. I've never seen a show where so many people, like, flip-flop and pretend, like, be friends with each other and point guns. To me, that way, it's a bit of a mess. Like, there's just no sense of, like, loyalty and, like, brotherhood to these guys. Honestly, Tommy then confronts Kanan. Kanan says, well, the fact you got arrested and Lobos got arrested and Ghost didn't proves that Ghost is turned. He's trying to push us all out, man. So it looks like Kanan is trying to work with Tommy here. Tommy's trying to work with Kanan, but of course this is what Ghost told Tommy to go and do. Work with Kanan, try and get Kanan on side. But Kanan wants to kill Ghost. And Kanan here also tells Tommy that he didn't even kill that bitch in Miami, and he actually was the one that set up Kanan for the 10-year stint that he did inside. So at this point, why can't Tommy does like take this information on board and confront Ghost about it? But there's so much lies going on in this TV show, man. It's honestly like where do we even begin at this point? Then the Serb, he gets out of his sauna. He ends up getting killed. Another card placed on him. I wonder who's doing all these killings. Then the FBI confront Lobos. And Lobos, it's not looking good for Big Lobos here. Absolutely not. He's told here that everybody connected to him is getting killed. And they're like, we need to protect you. You're going to die next. And he's like, me no speak English. Tommy then confronts Ghost about the whole situation. But Kanan, Ghost plays it off as like, he's crazy. You know what 10 years does inside, man. But surely a part of Tommy wants to believe that Ghost is the one that set Kanan away. Surely that's going to have to come out. Right, Kanan's told Ghost, but the only way Tommy's realistically going to believe it is if Ghost tells Tommy that he did. The way this episode goes, I just don't understand why they would tell Tommy this information, because realistically, he doesn't even... I'm lost. Honestly, with this show, I'm lost. Like Tommy's stuck in the middle, and it's like, Tommy, it's time to sink or swim. And honestly, like, why wouldn't he pick Kanan over Ghost? Like, why wouldn't he? It makes zero sense why he would pick Ghost over Kanan. Ghost is the guy that's fucking all. He's been out. Tommy confronted him. Oh no, you can't go out this life. Blah blah blah. Then next episode, then a wee fucking wee special handshake. To me, that's fucking garbage, right? And my opinion ain't going to change it. Now the shot of them in New York with the snow looking over the bridge, I like that. Holly then shows up, gives Tommy the ID, and proves that Ghost sent her away. So obviously now Tommy has got another reason to dislike Ghost even more. We then see Lobos, he gets attacked in prison. Turns out, right, he is just, well, he gets attacked and then he's in like critical care, but he wakes up by the time the end of the episode goes. But let's be real, right? We get to the showdown that we're all talking about here. We get Ghost versus Kanan. But before we do get that, we do get like Kanan's number 2 going to Ghost and talk about the fact that Kanan killed Sean. And at this point, you think, right, he's joined Ghost's side, but then he gets back in the car with Kanan. Kanan's like, well, did that motherfucker take it like his fucking medicine? You know? So it's kind of like, what side's this guy truly on at this point? But then we get the showdown. Ghost and Kanan. And, yeah, Ghost has the gun on Kanan. Then they get into a bit of a brawl. Kanan gets the upper hand. Looks like Kanan. You know what, this is a good fight, right? I'm not going to bury this show for every reason, right? This was a good fight between, like, two of the main characters, two of the main gangsters, so to speak, Ghost and Kanan, right? But Kanan eventually gets on top of Ghost, and not in that way. He puts, like, this big plastic bag around his fucking head, and, like, Ghost is, like, about to pass out, man. He's about to die. He's about to succumb to 50 Cent. But then, how about this one? He hits him with a full dollar. He picks up a bit of glass, and say a bit of glass, it is literally like a tiny bit of glass here. And I've never been stabbed by a bit of glass, right? Like in the stomach or whatever. But he stabs him in the stomach. Kanan falls over. He coughs up a bit of blood. And then he passes out. Then Ghost sets the whole place on fire and leaves. Right? Now, at this point I was like, there's no way they've just killed Kanan. But then, last episode I was like, there's no way he just killed his legitimate son. But apparently he did. So I'm sitting here like, that's Kanan dead, man. Kanan is dead. Does turn out at the end of the episode that Kanan is alive, because we see the fire department get there and they're like, the whole place is burnt to the ground, but there's no fatalities. And of course, there's no fatalities. Kanan made it out. Now, I guess you could argue someone moved his body, but no, we're not arguing that. 50 Cent is still alive, and for me, this death would have absolutely sucked. Like, he gets stabbed once. It wasn't like Ghost went to town on him with like 6 or 7 stabs. No, it was like one stab. After this, Tommy then confronts Ghost. He's like, what about Monica, huh? Monica, of course, was the fake ID that she gave, that Ghost gave her. So, yeah, at this point, things aren't looking good for Tommy, because then he gets, like, numerous guns pointed at him. And it's, damn. Tommy's told to leave, damn it. Ghost is dead. And, right, this is where the episode just loses me at this point, because now Ghost is dead. The Lobos network is wiped out. Ruiz went to California because Ghost didn't actually want to kill Ruiz. He killed the rest of them. Turns out it was Ghost doing all these killings this episode. And for me, this ending just sucked. Like, we've spent, like, almost these past 2 seasons with Angela and Ghost getting in this relationship. Oh, she's FBI lawyer. And he's like, you know, he's the top criminal of this network. And they both now know about each other. And now what? They're getting back together. It's almost like these past 2 seasons of this show have been fucking pointless in a way. And how many times is Tommy going to let Ghost betray him? Surely now Ghost and Tommy's relationship must be in tatters, and that Tommy must... I'm praying going forward in this show that Tommy's going to side with Kanan. Come on, man. That just has to be... Why would Tommy back the horse of Ghost? He knows all about this thing that Ghost went around and killed everybody now. That has to be it, man. That has to be it. But anyway, guys, that is where this episode ends. Tommy did receive a phone call while he was out with Angela. And he's basically told to kill Ghost. So yeah, what's he going to do? But season 3 begins, they're going to do their wee special handshake, and he's like, oh, Ghost, someone told me to kill you. Ah, you wee rascal, you big man. Anyway, you know what, for a season finale, a lot happened. But at the same time, not a lot happened, because that's what Power does. A lot happens, and then the characters just like end up forgiving each other like within 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to give this. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. They just need to write it better. But until next time, Peace.